Shalom, Israel. This is Captain Kapash. I'm here with Officer Tarak, Louisville, Kentucky. Today we're going to have our class. We have classes in the Israelite school, U.P.K. pretty much Tuesday through Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Got the radio show with the grill, Commander GEN.YAHANNA. Every Monday. You want to check out the grill every Monday, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. You can go to I.S.U.P.K.com or go to YouTube and type in the grill. You can get our online classes on YouTube and on Facebook. Facebook through One West online classes. Right? Definitely, we got classes here in Indianapolis every Wednesday and Sunday, 4:30 to 6:30, and every Saturday with our Saturday service, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Indianapolis, Indiana. Today we're going to go over Brotherhood. Scriptures we're going to get into Brotherhood deep, Brotherhood heavy, just so, everybody know what's very important, because there's a lot of, everybody want to be seen, everybody want to be known and heard of, and get all the glory and this and that, and get, shout outs and, hold on one second. Everybody want to get a shout out. Everybody want to get all the glory and honor. But brotherhood is chief above those things. All right, brotherhood is very important. Brotherhood is what the law, loving the Most High with all thy heart, soul, and loving our brother as ourselves. You understand? Like, what else? What's more important? Christ didn't choose to get glory and honor above his brothers, or else he wouldn't have been on that. He wouldn't have took that death. He would have said, nah, I need to get glory and honor. I need to, make sure my name, is ringing and everybody remembers me. Nah, he took that death. You understand? That death wasn't for glory, wasn't for honor. Christ wasn't like, I'm on this cross to be, to be known and be seen and to get glory. Christ was on that cross for his brothers.
Right.
That's why the whole situation conspired. Yeah, for the love of his brothers. We're going to start with 4 and 20. All right. Brotherhood is very important, man. It's chief above many things. All right. And you cannot forget that. I don't care, what you got going on, what you're doing, you rich, famous, all that. If you don't have brotherhood, you don't have nothing. I'm going to tell you that right now. If you don't have brotherhood, you don't have nothing. All right? And, and there's a lot of things that go with brotherhood. You understand? That's why it's important to also know the laws. But even more than just knowing the laws, you got to know the spirit. Because you might run into a situation where there's not a law that, is specific to the situation. But Christ laid it down for you, the spirit that we should be in as a people. Right. All right, that couples with the letter of the law. All right, let's get that scripture right there. 1 John 4 and 20.
1 John chapter 4, verse 20. If a man say, I love God.
If a man say he loved the Most High, you got a lot of people, they would serve. I serve the Lord. I serve to this. I serve to that. Go ahead.
And hated his brother.
And what?
And hated his brother.
And hated his brother. All right. You hate your brother. You have hatred in your heart for your brother. You want to see your brother fall. You want to see him go down. You want to see him destroyed. All of that. You got hatred for your brother. Go ahead.
He is a liar.
He's a liar. You can't love the Most High and not love your brother, which is, as an Israelite, if you black, Hispanic, or Native American, you got to love your people. You want to say something?
Go ahead, sir. And also, this hating your brother doesn't mean you it doesn't necessarily have to mean you want the man dead. Right. You know what I'm saying? You want to injure him or whatever. All you have to do is just despise him. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of brothers that won't do nothing bad to somebody, straight up, like try and hurt him, purposely or whatever, but he despises him. He looks at him as of lower value than himself. You know what I'm saying? That's also hating your brother too.
Damn right. It's heavy right there. Go ahead.
For he that loveth not his brother whom he has seen.
If you don't love your brother who you see every day, you hate your brother who you see every day, you'll sleep with your brother's woman. You'll, mistreat that brother as far as, coming concern the law. You'll steal from that brother. You'll shoot that brother. You'll sell that brother's family drugs. You do all these things to another black man. You'll cheat another black man out of all tons of money, or whatnot. You don't cheat the white man, but you'll cheat a black man.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
That's wrong.
Right. And the Christian church is built on the transgression of this scripture right here.
Right.
The Christian church is built on it. Mm-hmm. That's what they teach. Mm-hmm. They teach to hate your brother, you know what I'm saying, but call it love at the same time, but they actually teach and hate.
They teach you to hate your brother while at the same time doing, as long as you benefiting yourself.
Right.
As long as you benefiting yourself, you doing the right thing by the Lord. You understand? And don't worry about your brother at all. Okay? You steal from your brother, lie to your brother. That's why a lot of times you see these Christian leaders talk to a Christian. What do they say if they ever come up and talk about police killing other black people, or police killing black men, or police brutality? What do they say? He should never have broken the law.
Yeah, if he was a criminal, he should have stopped at the red light.
Yeah, they say all types of stuff and make excuses for this cop that killed their brother. But I guarantee you, if a cop would have did the exact same thing to them, or somebody they love, they wouldn't be down with what they saying, with you saying that, right, against them. If a cop would have shot them in the back where they had their hands up, or even if they was, pulled their arm away from the cop and then the cop shot him, they wouldn't say, I guarantee they wouldn't agree with saying, oh, he deserved it. He should never pull his arm away from the cop. Right. See, you put the cop's life in danger. You did that shrug, they had to kill you. I guarantee they would say that if it was one they loved.
Right.
Or if they had got injured and then look back on it, they'd be trying to press charges, trying to get the pastor riled up, police brutality, trying to get people to fight against it, and laws, and trying to get the march going. If it would have happened to them or somebody they love. But then when they see it happening to other black people, they're like, black people's criminals. Why did he run? Like with the Mike Brown situation, I couldn't believe. I talked to some Christians, discussing Christians when the Mike Brown thing happened, and they were sitting there talking about how he so-called stole cigarettes, which is what the white man pushed out there in the media about Mike Brown. Like, what does that have to do with him being shot? A crime that is alleged, not even a crime that he was proven guilty and did, or none of that. A so-called crime that's alleged crime of petty thievery. Under $20 worth of merchandise, which probably I only think is that's damn near like a misdemeanor.
Right.
That's damn near not hardly a misdemeanor.
Right.
If it's under $20, it's like they got it sectioned out with what you thieve. That's like petty thievery.
Right.
So that's he would deserve to die from that.
Right.
So his death is way in the balance under this so-called petty thievery accusation. It wasn't even proven that that was him. In the tape didn't. I seen the tape. I ain't looked shit like it. Or there's no way you can tell. They could just pull the tape of any black guy coming out the store and saying he robbed a store clerk of the cigarettes. You understand? But black people, Christian black people, they see it as, well, the white man can do no wrong. You can't blame the white man for that.
Right.
They got so much empathy and love for the white race. The black race is just, well, whatever happens to them happens. I don't give a damn. You understand? And a lot of that spirit is changing on a little bit, but it's still there. It's still there real strong in the Christian circles. Like some people are starting to say, like, man, these white people, they're doing us wrong and this and that. But then you still got a strong population of strong Christians who the white man does no wrong. You can't, you gotta forgive. You gotta forgive. They sit there still telling black people, right, you gotta forgive white people for killing us.
Right. Pastor, whatever he is, he's sitting there counseling some man's wife. Yeah, you should leave that nigga. Telling her not to forgive her man.
Right.
while telling his congregation to forgive, you know what I'm saying, the white man.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Brotherhood is very important. You know what I mean? Even the small things as just as making sure your brother's eating. That's important too. You understand? Make sure your brother's eating. All right, isn't any more on that scripture?
No, go
ahead.
How can he love God whom he has not seen?
Is that on that?
Come. No, this one we going to 21.
Well, yeah, what's 21 say?
And this commandment have we from him, that he who loveth God love his brother also. You gotta love your brother also. You know what I'm saying? Just keeping the laws, statutes, commandments towards your brother, towards your people. All right? That's why it's important for you to come into I.S.U.P.K so you can learn how to love your brother. If you in the world, you don't know how to love your brother. And even if there's a falling out between you and your brother in the world, a lot of times there's not a steady or easy way to recourse how to solve the problem. They don't have a counsel in the world. When you're in the world, there's no counsel to resolve issues between brothers. Right.
They don't have counsels and nothing like that to resolve issues. I.S.U.P.K does. Because we in the spirit of the law. You know what I mean? That's part of loving our brother. We hear the matters of our brothers. Set up judges who are trained and able to hear matters of their brothers. Which, you know, and in UPK, you know what I mean? The nation ain't paying tithes, so the priests of our nation ain't even getting paid. So they doing it for sure, even out of a labor of love too. If you being a judge, or being an officer, or being somebody being a brother in the truth, who hold rank, who looking over other brothers and looking forward to care of other brothers, you ain't getting a paycheck for that. Even though, you know, that's part of the law, the priests get them tithes. So, you know what I mean, just even coming into the UPK is loving your brother. You understand? But ignoring the I.S.U.P.K is hatred for your brother. That's why Christ said, they hated me, because they hate the Most High also. And if you hate the Most High, you damn sure hate your brother. Right. That's not even in the question about how you feel about another black man, right, or another, you know what I'm saying? That's not even in the question. All right. Let's get Matthew 5:22. All right, we're going to get into these brotherhood scriptures. Brotherhood is very important.
Matthew chapter 5, verse 22. But I say unto you, that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment.
He's angry with your brother without a cause, for no reason. You hate, Satan come at brothers that way. Satan come at brothers to hate each other for nothing. You understand? For no reason. If there's a reason that in your mind that just popped up to hate another black man, that's Satan, man. That's Satan whispering in your ear. Satan really wants you destroyed. Because if you hate your brother without a cause, you're going to destroy yourself. Go ahead.
And whosoever shall say to his brother, Raka, shall be in danger of the council.
We're not going to go into that right now. I can't think about what that one's about. Let's go to Matthew 25 and 40. Matthew 25 and 40. Like this brotherhood, and this also encompasses sisterhood too. Sisterhood is very important too. All right. You know, you got so many sisters, they ready to kill another black woman for, you know, looking at their man, or, you know, the spirit of jealousy. You know, that shit is childish. I ain't even gonna lie. That shit is childish. You understand? And look, right now, it's the perfect season to strengthen your brotherhood and your sisterhood among your people. Christians don't have brotherhood and sisterhood. There'll be a Christian sitting in the same church for 40 years with another person who's a Christian, been in Christian church with them for 40 years, and they'll hate each other.
Right.
We sit next to each other the whole time, hate each other.
Right.
In the organization of Christianity, there's no problem with that. That's not an issue. Sister so and so hates sister so and so. She can't stand sister so and so. That's not an issue in Christianity. That's an issue when it comes to the Most High.
Right.
All right. Us having hatred for our brothers, like we gotta be able to at the least live peaceably with one another. That's what the scriptures say. Go ahead.
And as far as with sisterhood and things like that, one of the things is you got sisters that try, if they try and have a sisterhood without loving their men, they only gonna end up being feminists. That's all that's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? And they gonna end up way worse than what the hell they was at first. Yeah, that loving of the men is directly linked to sisterhood also. You know what I'm saying? They're directly linked with each other.
Damn right. And look, it even go cross. It even crosses. Like sisters can't hate brothers either. Like that's against the scriptures too. That ain't no, okay, I got sisterhood, but I hate this brother and I hate that brother.
Right.
I can't stand this brother, and you a sister, and you can't stand some brother for no reason. You understand? Because the reason that Satan put in your head. If you got a problem with a brother or sister, you gotta go to that brother or sister. And then, like I said, we'll get into that in the scriptures. There's a protocol to handle if it's a falling out of a brother or sister, or a brother with a brother, or a sister with a sister. You gotta follow through with that protocol. If you don't, then you don't love that brother, or you don't love that sister. You understand? Go ahead.
Matthew chapter 25, verse 40. And the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these, my brethren, ye have done it unto me.
Much you done to the least of these, my brother. Like you can't be an organization that say you follow the Most High, say you love the Lord, and you done evil to certain brothers. You understand? Like for example, certain Christian groups. You got some Christian groups that are cops and police, and their leaders will sit there and tell you about loving the Lord and loving the Most High, but they'll do while they on the force. They'll do evil to other black men while they on the force in the uniform.
Right.
So they in the uniform with the white man's badge on, killing and hating and murdering and destroying black men, and then come to you and they're Christian and then with their Christianity and say, God and Jesus and Yahweh, blah blah blah. They'll come to you saying that while their day job they're destroying they're destroying other black men.
Right.
Go ahead. Yeah.
And also too, even if they never physically killed a black man themselves, right? They will cover for the ones they know that directly abuse black men. They will cover for those white people that do that. Those white officers, they will never talk about what they do. They'll cover for them. You see what I'm saying? They will cover for them 100% while sitting there claiming to love the nation.
All right. And that's why it's another reason it's not a good idea to have black men being police. That's not a great job. Yeah, everybody, let's just all become police. Like I know you got a lot of people thought out there that people say, okay, we need to change them from the inside. You ain't gonna change the white man. You ain't gonna change it from the inside. You ain't gonna change it from the outside. You understand? The white man is like an animal. It's only gonna understand what's the reason why one animal might not do something because of the repercussion. This animal not gonna go attack that animal because he know if he attack that animal gonna get with him and could injure him just as much as he injured that animal. That's what the white man understand. White man understand power. He understand, the ability to clap back. He understands that type of things. You understand? That's all he understand. He don't understand trying to be beautiful to him and change his spirit and loving and kindful to him. He's just gonna keep murdering us.
Right. You
understand? The way we gotta deal with the white man is we gotta treat him like a heathen. because that's what he is. The white man is a heathen. And we supposed to treat them like heathens, and we supposed to love the Lord, not love the white man. That's another flaw that's in our nation that's killing our brotherhood. You understand? It's killing our brotherhood in the nation because of love for the white man. Go ahead. You have something to say? You got the scripture?
Verily I say unto you, and as much as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me.
The way you treat the least of these your brethren is the way you do it unto Christ. Don't think you can be like a two-faced person and say, "Oh, I'll treat this person with respect, but I ain't gonna treat you with respect." Don't think you're gonna be able to do that. You understand with Israel. You got the way you're gonna treat the lowest is the way Christ gonna see how you treat everybody. You understand? There's no difference, because that's what Christ is breaking down in the scripture. What you done unto the least of these my brethren, you did it unto me. You understand? So you go after even if you treat the least brother, and you treat him wrong, it's the same as treating Christ himself wrong, treating Commander GEN.YAHANNA wrong, Gen.YAHANNA, all the school, any brother, the prophets, anybody. Because we all under Christ. So if you all wrong in Christ, you're wrong in all of us. But at the same time, if you wrong the least of our brothers, then you wrong in all of us too. That's a mentality that we don't have, that all for one, one for all mentality.
Right. You
understand? That's what was powerful, why Commander GEN.YAHANNA himself broke down and broke out that story where the Isukrites, the Mexicans, were on a job. The job had let ICE agents come in and like take them out and deport a whole bunch of them and this and that. I was working with them, like getting which ones is which. Shit, all the Israelites just left the whole time. That's why Commander GEN.YAHANNA brought that out. Because that's the type of spirit that we got to be in as a nation, all for one and one for all. From the least of our brethren to the top of our brethren, to Christ himself. All treated brotherly. Go ahead.
That's crazy. It blows my mind how they had the balls to do that. You know what I'm saying? In front of a whole, what was it, a warehouse or something like that? Mm-hmm. A whole warehouse full of Israelites, a whole warehouse full of Mexicans. They decided to nab up 6 or 7 of them or something like that, or how many of them they grabbed a hold of, right? In front of everybody. Obviously, they didn't think that shit out too well. You know what I'm saying?
And they're doing this on a lot of different occasions. They have a state fair here in Indianapolis. And a whole lot of black people, Israelites, go to work at the state fair. You know, just doing menial jobs, cleaning, hooking up stuff, doing all type of stuff at the fair. They get a little check, you know, a little G or 2 at the end or whatever, how much they get. They had it going on there. Where brother was leaving there, he said they hired a whole bunch of people now because they had the police and was working with the sheriffs and swept everybody up that had a warrant. So obviously this is starting to become like a trend where the white man is working with these businesses and corporations and whatever entity to arrest. You know, they're working with the police. Okay, who's all on the roster? I'll give you the whole roster. Anybody got a warrant? Come grab it. Anybody so-called as an illegal alien? Come grab it. They're doing this on a large scale. So that's why brotherhood is going to be even more important in these days. You understand? Because things are going to get tighter and tighter. The squeeze is getting tighter and tighter on Israel in this kingdom, especially as World War III is coming. They want to pressure a lot of Israelites into the army right now. Right now, they got stories where they let people come into the army with dirty piss, you know, bad backgrounds, all that. They just letting anybody in now.
Right.
So why do you think they're doing that now? They're preparing for World War III. Donald Trump is preparing for when he's going to have to do a move because he's going to have a war. Yeah, I mean, war is money. That's what you don't understand. There's money in warfare. You understand? See, like all these people want peace, and they want peace. You want peace, but you want to live in the richest country on earth.
Right.
You don't know what you're asking.
Right.
You ain't gonna have peace under the white man, and this still be the richest country on earth. Part of the reason this is the richest country on earth is because it's selling weapons to any and everybody.
Right.
Selling the military budget is, I mean, The military budget in America is so damn high that it'll probably feed every other country in the whole world. Just the military budget. Not talking about the budget it takes to run the city and run the country. Just the money it takes to have their armies all over the place. That money will feed all the countries in the whole world.
Right.
Feed everybody. I'm talking all the Africans, Chinese, it'll feed everybody just off the American military budget.
Right.
But you want to have peace. What do you think that army is for? That army is to grab resources and to force it and do things and steal from other countries.
Right.
All right. Go ahead.
And you know, just like when you go to war with a country, you win that war, you take that country's resources. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You war with this country, or they have oil. You want the oil. You take the oil. You know what I'm saying? You fight them, you beat them in the army, you take the oil. I mean, it's the same thing even on a macro level. You know what I'm saying? When you go to like the hood, like certain, shows like The Wire and everything, right? Where you got dude and them that got this corner that make a lot of money. They want that corner. You know what I'm saying? They want that corner so that they can take it, they can catch the cut off of what comes through that corner themselves. You know what I'm saying? It's the same damn concept.
And I think a lot of brothers, like I said, back on Brotherhood, a lot of brothers and sisters and everything get it twisted. Like, oh, okay, I'm gonna treat this person with respect because maybe they have their rank or something about them that they like, or they see that they can use them. Then they'll treat another person like they're they just dog pits. They don't have no patience for them or nothing like that. They ain't worried about their life at all. You understand? But they just worried about this one because they got a rank or something.
Right.
Or they work closely with them and or whatever reason they see they can get advancement or something, from this brother or whatever. Don't be like that, man.
Right.
Christ said, what you doing to the least of these, my brother, what you doing unto Christ. You know what I mean? And everything is recorded. So this brotherhood is important, especially with the white man, the way he's coming at us now. He's coming at us now in like large numbers, not, like coming at us as a whole. Like, all right, all the black people on this job, who got a ticket, who got a warrant, we'll just get all of them now.
Right.
All of them that work here at Walmart, we'll just give you all the names, all the numbers, all the information. Let's round them all up. You think that they don't stop with the detention centers just with this car? Once they get their situation, they see how it goes with this car. Judah's next.
Right.
I mean, Judah really already been rounded up. But we still out here a little bit. But they ready to get all of us off the streets.
Right.
They ready to take back all the inner cities and just get rid of black people off the whole face of the whole country.
Right.
That's what they want. Go ahead.
And it makes, tactical sense for them to do that because, hell, we the most threatening of all the tribes. So we you know what I'm saying? Judah is definitely next. We the most threatening of all the tribes. You think that this is just going to blow past us? Hell no.
Right. All right. Any more in that scripture?
Then shall you say also unto them on the left hand, depart from me, be cursed.
That's it on that. And like Christ was saying in that scripture, he was talking about also, if you feed the least of these, my brethren, it's like you feeding me. If you visited in prison, the least of these, my brethren, you visited me. If you gave water and drink to the least of these, my brethren, you gave water and drink to me. You understand? That's why another thing that's important about this brotherhood, that's why I put brotherhood is above riches and glory and all this and that. Because really, the glory is in taking care of your brothers. That is the glory. Feeding your brothers, providing for your brothers, doing for your brothers. That is the glory. You know what I mean? Not something you do that we can just look at you. Look how great he is. Look how great that person is. That's not the spirit you should be in. Which is kind of what we was also talking about, which is, for example, like Israel need to start feeding on a larger scale. You understand? Like we've been used to, try to get our own, everybody get their own, everybody make sure they got their own, and every man for himself. Like we can't live like that in these times. Christ didn't want us to live like that. The disciples didn't live like that. They didn't just say every man for themselves. They took the resources from everybody and redistributed it to how much everybody needed. Like if you a brother and you got brothers, like you shouldn't be only cooking with only you in mind. You got brothers who will spend, which it's your personal thing, but this is the better way, what I'm telling you. You know what I mean? So take it as the grain of salt, or take it with the wisdom. Like you can spend $100 on a meal with just you, and take some broad out on a date and spend $150 and do all of that, and then go to camp with your brothers, and then your brothers sitting home.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Or you can say, I'm gonna take $20 and I'm gonna cook a big pot of food with $20. Take $20 and get a whole big pot of food, you got your ribs, cook it up and all that. And then when brothers get out of camp, feed everybody.
Right.
With $20. When $20 could have just fed you and your girl. You could have just took that 20 and said, I'm gonna get a nice dinner for just me and my girl. Or you could take that 20 and feed everybody.
Right.
It's a mindset. You see what I'm saying? It's a way you look at things. It's the way you think. Like we got to think on that level. You know, it used to be a lot of older sisters, grandmamas and things who used to think like that. Not from my personal experience, because I haven't really personally experienced that, but I heard the brothers over me say that older women used to do things like that.
Right.
They would cook a lot of food and then feed a lot of people in the neighborhood. Feed everybody. They just cook big pots, big everything. You know what I mean? You don't have to spend a lot. At the grocery, you can get, you know what I mean? If you just had the right mindset to do it, you can make a whole plate, a whole big platter of food that can feed 30, 40 people with the same amount of money it takes to just feed yourself.
Right.
But you can take that, put your rib to work or whatever, and have enough to feed 30 people and feed a lot of people. But that's a mindset as a nation that we have lost.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Any extra, we ain't trying to break off extra for our brothers and none of that. That's at the least, that's the back of our mind. We is, you know, man, we've fallen short on that, especially here in America. Because America pushes that get rich or die trying, you know, just like be grimy and selfish lifestyle that, you know, we accustomed to in America, where every man just, you know, stingy with their own coins.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, we should, like, that's not a proper way to be as a nation. We can't, if we think like that, and it's gonna be a tough time. You understand? Like, we have to think as a nation, like, okay, I can take this 20 and feed the whole camp, or I can go spend $100 and just feed myself, and go get some, you know, nice old dinners and this and that.
Right.
You understand? So we gotta understand, you know, we are not, you know, we're not, you know, Janet Jackson or the Riches and all this and that. We gotta think as like a military. You know what I mean?
Right.
Military gotta feed all the soldiers. You know what I mean? So that should be on the front of brothers' minds.
Right.
When things are going down, when we have operations, when we're doing anything, when you just living life, period. And it's a hard thing to do because you gotta put effort into it. But you commanded really by Christ to do that. Like, it's important. You're supposed to put effort into thinking about your brothers. Like, if you just don't ever think about your brothers and sisters, you just being an unthoughtful bastard. You know what I mean? Which you're gonna have to change and change to become thoughtful and become somebody who cares for their brothers and sisters. Yes, I'm gonna break that.
You know, and when we operate on that, you know what I'm saying, just get a $100 plate mindset, we're empowering everybody else. And then we'll say, well, you know, the Lord just worked that out. No, he's not. He requires that we do something. You know what I'm saying? You got 5 people or whatever, everybody split off, you know what I'm saying? Everybody want to go to this big, great restaurant and everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then you got a few brothers
that we don't own. We don't own the restaurant.
We don't own it. They don't even want us in there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They don't even goddamn want us there, but we there, you know what I'm saying, on some civil rights stuff, you know what I'm saying? Right. Still got civil rights on the brain, you know what I'm saying? We go into that place and everything trying to show them that blacks got money. And that's retarded, man. What we should be doing is the right opposite of that, you know what I'm saying? Even if you got a lower standard of what it is that you want to eat, you know what I'm saying? Just to make sure that everybody gets to get full, and that's how you start to get powerful, because, you know what I'm saying, you taking the resources that you got, just like what Captain just said, instead of spending $100, you know, you spending the 20 feet, and everybody got 80 left over. You know what I'm saying? And you keep doing this practice right here, that's going to start to empower you and your people. You know what I'm saying? Instead of all what should be empowering you going to every damn body else. Another instance, a big one more instance.
Go ahead, right now.
Sisters. You know what I'm saying? That now they go into, you know, was talking to the sister last night. She said, I thought it was still like $40 for them to do their nails. She's like, no, it'd be like 60 or something. You know what I'm saying? 60, 70 or something like that. I'm like, damn, really? I'm like, now think about that for a second. Now, nobody's more skilled than black women when they come to doing stuff like that. But you know, they'd rather go to Moab. And look at the Moabite woman's feet. She got rice goddamn farmer feet. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, she's not even advertising. She ain't even rocking the stuff that she's giving you. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, all your goddamn cuticles is torn the hell off your damn hands. And then you see why she ain't rocking her own stuff. You know what I'm saying? They still got their damn nails, even though they, you know what I'm saying, might not look as glorious as yours, you know what I'm saying? But you still got theirs, and you've been using their stuff and all this glues and all this weird stuff that they got, and then turn your damn fingers up.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like it's definitely getting there, because like I said, a lot of things be vain and vanity. You know what I mean? You want to look good and look good over everybody else, and look stunting and stunt on everybody. I know that's Israel flavor, but you gotta understand the signs of the times too.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like if you could sacrifice, you know, your stunting, but so your people can eat. I mean, damn, that shouldn't even be a hard thing right there.
Right.
Like, what are we talking about? You know what I mean? So we just got to make sure we always keeping our nation in mind. All right, it's definitely making sure you're paying your tithes. All right, because I.S.U.P.K is the one having to feed all the lack and everything like that. You got so many Israelites that, you know they Israel. They learning from the classes, learning this, learning that. You know, UPK, you know, they down and all this and that, but they don't pay liquor tithes. You know what I mean? You ain't paying the tithes. You ain't helping them. They don't know nothing about Israelite.
Right.
They still got to get the truth dropped on them or whatnot. So it's important to pay your tithes too. All right, but like I said, if you in the city, like I said, this is another big issue I see. You know, we got a lot of sisters and stuff who want to support, but if you're not supporting your man, if you're not supporting the nation, I mean, you're not supporting nothing.
Right.
You got so many sisters who want to go out there and make a nonprofit to build up this and orphanage, not an orphanage, but just build up this and help that. They got all these different things they want to help. But then they'll look at the I.S.U.P.K and say, I ain't gonna help them.
Right. Sure do.
Surely I'm not gonna help them. But I met a female, they're philanthropists. They're philanthropists. They go out and give money towards good causes, right? But look at the I.S.U.P.K, dude, that's not nothing important.
Exactly. Right. They sure do that.
You see what I'm saying? So our nation is lacking on that brotherhood and sisterhood. I bet if it was a whole bunch of white guys and white women and children running around talking about some cause that we wanted to help save the whale, the same black woman would be all, oh, how can I help? How can I support? Here's a $20 donation. Here's a this, here's a that. Right. Come talk to me later. We can have a meeting and talk about how we're going to save the whales and do this and that.
Right.
Save the roaches of the rice field. They'll save every goddamn thing, but they see black men raising up the nation. That's not nothing. That's not worried about that. That don't matter.
Right. Right. They won't bring a pan of food, won't do any of that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they see us. And here's the thing. It's the thing, boys. It's like sisters got the mindset to, like, this one brother was telling me that, you know, when his people or whatever was, you know, wanted to, you know, asking how they could help or whatever, right? And, you know, when I told him or whatever, you know what I'm saying, we'd be out of camp or whatever, you know, do this, that. He said, no, she just said she just gonna bring it to the class. Okay, what about the brothers that's out there, the soldiers out there on the battlefield, though? I mean, the class, people eat before they come to class. You know what I'm saying? So the stuff's not really needed there, you know what I'm saying, like that. Feed them brothers that's out there sweating up on that pulpit calling the white man a damn devil, you know what I'm saying? Bring those men food and drink. These men are out there, you know what I'm saying, 4 or 5 hours in the blazing hot sun. You know what I'm saying? That's where it's needed at. You see, here's the thing too. A lot of sisters and stuff don't want to put it like they're affiliated with us for real. You know what I'm saying? They don't want nobody to see, you know what I'm saying, that they're affiliated with us. A lot of brothers and sisters is like that. You know what I'm saying? They think they're gonna lose their job or something like that. You know, they all afraid for their job. I don't know nobody that's been to a camp and I ain't heard no stories of anybody that's been to a camp and lost their job.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. Yeah. So let me get 1 Corinthians 13:1.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of things you can do in this life, but without brotherhood, it don't matter what you're doing. Without brotherhood or in sisterhood, it don't matter what you're doing. Like the whole goal of the UPK is to serve Israel. For Israel, you know what I mean, to serve Israel. Like that's what we do this for. We do these classes and camps. We ain't doing it, just for our own health. Like we already didn't learn the truth. But we out there to make sure another brother have opportunity to learn the truth and change his life. Go ahead, Lord.
1 Corinthians chapter 13 and verse 1. Though I speak with the tongue of men and of angels.
So you speak with the tongue of men and angels. He break down the scripture like it came from an angel, man. He dropping the heavy knowledge. He dissected it piece by piece. That's what these fake Israelite groups are so worried about. Oh, trying to get some breakdown where it's just dropping it piece by piece and they got some crazy great breakdown. That's all they're concerned with, really. A lot of them, that's all they're concerned with.
Right.
Or being seen by men. That's all they're concerned with. Go ahead.
And have not charity.
And have not what?
And have not charity.
This right here is talking about brotherhood. Go ahead.
I am become as sounding brass.
You become as what?
Sounding brass.
Means it don't matter what you're saying. You just making hollow noise. If you don't have brotherhood, you don't have charity. You're not worried about the well-being of your people. You know what I mean? And it's a hard thing to care for the well-being of Israel because so much bad is happening to Israel. It damn near, break your heart. Like the scriptures say, much knowledge is much sadness. Something like that.
Much knowledge comes much grief.
Much grief, yeah. It's basically, the more you know, the more it can hurt you. More it can hurt you. You know what I mean? Because it can hurt you. Like, man, I feel bad for my people. Yeah, I mean, you look at Israel now, like we as straights, like we damn near not even living regular lives. We're not living regular lives in America. Like our lives in America is basically like we're under siege. Like we're in a castle, locked up, and we can't get out. And there's an army surrounding us, making sure we don't get no food, making sure we don't eat. And the only way we can eat is to damn near sneak around and try to rob, steal, and kill to get a plate. Like we in dire straits. But now is when you need brotherhood more than ever. You need moral code more than ever in these type of situations. Like if it's just plenty, if it was luxurious and plentiful everywhere, where everybody had extra hundreds in their pockets every day, everybody was balling out to buy whatever they want all day, every day, then you don't need to be as strong on the moral code and as strong on taking care of each other because everybody's taken care of. But in a situation like this, where it's a lack of in this famine, in this straits, you know what I mean? The way the white man is doing it, he's kicking black people off jobs. They're going to be even replacing black people on menial jobs. You had so many Israelites working McDonald's, grocery store, this store, that store. They about to start replacing them. We just came from a McDonald's out around Chicago. They got the touch screens. You just go in there and touch what you want. I want 2 burgers, 6 things, 3 fries, 2 milkshakes. Stuff just pops up. They got a couple workers in the back still left over, but soon they're going to have it all animated. They're going to erase them.
Right.
You're going to go to McDonald's, you're going to be 2 people in there. One guy to handle any problems, and a secondary guy to just clean up and wipe down tables. When normally you got 40, 50 workers at every McDonald's between all shifts. They're going to be erasing all those jobs. And that's Israel's jobs right there. You know how many single mothers is feeding their family off of McDonald's? In Walmart and all the little stores?
Right.
Now look, they're making more automated stuff. They're going to start getting rid of us on that. So it's going to be even more important that we come together. Go ahead, Warren.
Well, sir. And anybody that joins like the police force or the military is helping them, they're helping further the process of them doing that. Because if you over in the military helping them to fight and steal somebody else's stuff, you're making them richer to where they can have more machinery and stuff like that to kick your people off jobs. You see what I'm saying? To where they can finance paying mechanics $80,000 a year, you know what I'm saying, while getting rid of all the staff, all the crew, pay him $80,000 a year, and they cutting a hell of a damn corner. He's just maintaining on the machines. You know what I'm saying? That's all he's doing is maintenance of the machines. That's way cheaper than them sitting there hiring, having 10 people and paying them all $25,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? Which one's the cheaper way to go? You know what I'm saying?
Like with the car factories, like that happened in Detroit too. You know what I mean? And they coupled the attack also because they took away the car factories, and then they came after black businesses in Detroit. They came after Detroit on multiple levels, right? But so they trying to do that to all the ghettos everywhere. They trying to get rid of black people from inner cities. What do you think's happening in Harlem? Harlem, they trying to change the name from Harlem to Soha. I guess it stands for Southern Harlem. Southern Harlem, Soha. So why are they doing that? Because they hiring all the rent and everything, kicking out all the black people, and then moving in white people. Now it's a new neighborhood. You see what I'm saying? So it's going to be a lot of Israel moving around, needing a place to stay, doing all this and that. What type of brother are you? You know what I mean? You got all these Israelites. Oh, Israel this, Israel that, Israel that. But then when another Israelite, who even with the same fake Israelite group of them need some serious assistance. Oh, brother, Lord, how shall I be with you? Lord, Lord be with you. But brother, it's gonna that's when you'll see all these fake groups fall. When the rubber starts meeting the road.
Right.
When the rubber starts meeting the road, you'll see these Christian groups and all the Christians. They're gonna turn on each other at the turn of a dime. They're waiting to turn on each other.
Right.
They sitting behind looking at this other member who got money and slavery and a job and everything. They waiting for them to be poor, so then they can sit there and be happy about it.
Right.
They waiting on him. They ain't about if he need help, I'm gonna help him. They waiting for him to need help so they can turn him down.
Right, and he can have his wife. You know what I'm saying? His wife gonna turn on him as soon as he lose that job. You know what I'm saying? That Christian wife is gonna turn right on him, and here come deacon or pastor such and such with a smooth and slickness and swoop up on his team.
So, but I'm here to help you, sister.
Right.
And so he'll be helping her. He helping her. He helping himself right into her drawers.
Right. Exactly.
That's really what he's doing.
Some of the dudes gonna get mad, you know what I'm saying, and come back and they'll be killing these Christian pastors too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Deacon such and such, they'll be blowing their goddamn brains out.
And it's a rough situation because, like I said, nobody cares about the poor or the down or the destroyed of Israel. Nobody cares about that. Nobody cares that, this young black man, he may be 21, 22, but he has hardly no opportunities in life. You might not be smart or 7'2" and dunking backwards and 360s and all this and all that bullshit. He might not be doing all of that, but he's a brother. You see what I'm saying? Nobody worried about him. Nobody give a damn about him. If he get in the straits where he's trying to feed or do something, he'd make a wrong decision at 19. Then he goes in for 2 years and he comes back out. Nobody gonna give a damn about him.
Right.
None of these organizations even set up to really help him. The only organization set up to help him is the white man.
Right.
And he's really helping them just to set them up so they can go back to jail again.
Right, exactly.
Got him in the halfway house. Then he got him on probation for extra long. Then he want him on house arrest for this long. He's doing all that just so he can get him back in jail.
Right.
So any help you get from the white man is double-sided.
Right.
It's a two-edged sword. Cutting itself in, you know what I mean?
Right.
So there's no organizations that's out here setting up to help for our brothers, you know what I mean? Specifically our brothers. You got blanket organizations that say they're just helping everybody, but then certain black men come up, they ready to turn them down.
Right.
Or treat them with no dignity, with no respect. to where that brother he gonna either say, I'm gonna take this belittlement, or I'm gonna say, fuck off, F this, excuse my language, and I'm just go out in the streets and just get it how to live in the streets somehow.
Right.
You got that happening on every level. Go ahead.
If I will, sir. And also, too, you got Christians, you know what I'm saying, especially the Christian women. Because whatever organization or whatever that is out there that should be, they want to make it, they want to fight to make it about everybody. Because they know that we're going to get the short end of the stick when they do that. You know what I'm saying? And they want to be pleasing to white people so that they can figure they can get some type of advancement or whatever in their, in their kingdom. You know, so they're ready to throw the bulk of blacks up under the damn bus and make it all about everybody so that we be the only ones, you know what I'm saying, that don't receive any benefits from that. No other race does that stupid stuff, man. When white people say about every day about to help everybody, they really talking about the white race because to themselves they are everybody. Right. You know what I'm saying? They are everybody. That's what they mean. They mean, only themselves, well, we say everybody mean everybody but ourselves.
We going out our way to help some foreigner or somebody who's not black.
Right.
We're going out our way to help somebody who isn't black, Hispanic, or Native American. All right? Because there's a lot of this foolishness too in Israel. You got so many sisters who say they support LGBTQ. They support feminism. They support this movement. They support that movement. I ask them, this is what I tell them every time. The reason I don't like that movement or I would have a problem with that movement, the LGBT community, for example. The LGBT community doesn't support black, does LGBTQ, what? Goddamn.
I know, I can't never say that either. I have a hard time with that.
The homo community, do they help black women? I have yet to see a homosexual say, I support black women and I support black businesses. Right. And I support single black mothers. We have with the LGBT, we got all these programs set up to help black women. But you got all these black women trying to help them.
Right. That's
very one-sided, wouldn't you think?
Right.
They want everybody to support them, but they don't support nobody else.
Right.
LGBTQ don't support nobody. Right. They don't support Islam, Christianity, they don't support drunk drivers, orphans. Right. They don't support no goddamn body. Right. But yeah, they want the whole world to support them.
Right.
Israel would jump right on and say, oh, we'll help you 100%. And get no love back.
Right.
When Sandra Bland was killed by the cops, where was the LGBT?
Right. What were feminists?
Feminist movement too. The feminist movement don't give a damn about any black women nowhere.
Right.
They will care less about black women. They don't have a program to help single black mothers, help black businesses, help black women against police. Every time a black kid gets killed by the cops, there's a black mother right there crying her eyes out.
Right.
And suffering. But I ain't seen no feminist movement come to help that woman.
Right.
That's a woman, right?
Not even the black feminist movement.
The black feminist movement don't even help other black feminist women. Like, they sucking all of that support out of you and don't give you shit. Excuse my language. Right. They don't give you nothing. Nada. You see what I'm saying? That's an organization you should not be a part of. How is that? They have no brotherhood or sisterhood in their organizations. LGBTQ and the feminist movement. No brotherhood, no sisterhood at all. But then I.S.U.P.K come on the scene, and we all about black women and supporting them and getting them a husband so they stop having to be some single, lonely woman, so-called waiting on God. You know what I mean? It's just an excuse because you ain't doing yourself getting right with no man. You can't really find no man. You ain't good enough, like you ain't doing it right. So you can't get no man. So you come up with this excuse, I'm just waiting on God to send me a husband.
Right.
So we sitting here helping y'all sisters, get husbands, get everything, teaching all the truth and knowledge that black men want to see in black women. Where's our support?
Right.
Where's our support? We actually is supporting. We're out speaking on, every time a young black man gets killed, who's at the forefront? I.S.U.P.K, speaking on it, every camp, all over the goddamn country. They want to talk about, the Black Lives Matter movement is marching and doing this. We out on the streets 365, 7 days a week. Black Lives Matter is just a one and done organization.
Right.
One incident happens, they come out, and then they done. They're not out there every day, every week, trying to help. They put on their Black Lives Matter t-shirt, walk out there for a couple days.
Right.
Get beat upside cut their by cops,
Yeah.
go home, and then live a regular life where they don't even give a damn about who they were so-called marching for.
Right.
They ain't do it. Like, what else have you done besides stand out here to be seen in the streets to help this brother? What else have you done? Nothing. They ain't did nothing.
Right.
But we're doing that and more. We getting these brothers out of the streets, out of prisons. You understand? But where's our support? You understand? Israel got a lack of brotherhood, it's something serious. What that scripture said in the last days, men shall be lovers of themselves.
Right.
Like Israel, so much in love with themselves. Every Israelite want to be a superstar. Every Israelite want to be a rapper. Every Israelite want to be an NBA baller, and talk to every Israelite kid. All of them want to be a star themselves.
Right.
You don't hear none of them say, "Well, I want to feed my people. I want to be so I can feed my people and take care of my nation. I want to make sure all my people are straight and my whole country, all my people, not even just my circle of people, my nation. I want to take care of my people as far as my black people." How many young black men you hear say that? But I guarantee you hear all of them. Or young black girls, I want to be a model, Instagram. You go on their Facebooks or something, they got 1 million pictures of themselves.
Right.
Where's your friends and family at? You see what I'm saying? Like, it's just a mindset that Israel got is so toxic. You know what I mean? It's so toxic and it's not brotherly. We don't give a damn about our nation like that. Unless you come to this U.P.K, man, you gotta learn from the ground up how to do it. Yes,
right. Right.
No sweat. Let me get Mark 12:31. So, you know what I mean? Supporting this U.P.K is brotherhood, is sisterhood. You know what I mean? That's what you're supposed to be doing. You got, so many Israelites, they'll spend a buku amount of money on a meal for them and theirs, but when the camp go out, they don't got a plate for none of the brothers at the camp. Like, you want to think like that too. You don't want to just be like, oh, because some of them brothers, they gave up everything to help their people. They gave up family, friends, women, all of that to come in this truth and do it. And now you sitting there, eating sumptuously, fair and sumptuously, but you're not giving thought to feed. Well, shoot, instead of just spending 50 on this meal for just me and mine, I spend 20 and feed the whole camp after camp. Like every camp that every I.S.U.P.K get done with, there should be a whole bunch of food for the whole camp by the Israelites who wasn't at the camp. Brothers and sisters, like it should just be food ready for us after every camp.
Right.
Classes, all of that. It should something that should be on, like, feeding our people in bulk. You understand? Go ahead, Warren.
That's how armies operate. They, what I'm saying, they have the mess hall, what I'm saying, and they make big old huge pots of things, and that's also, unity, like I was saying, is a saving of resources also. You got 20 dudes and each one of them trying to go to whatever the hell, what I'm saying, go to Ruth Chris Steakhouse or something, what I'm saying? I mean, look at all the resources going from you to another people. And the Most High is not just going to magically, say presto and just straighten things out. He wants us to straighten these things out. He's not just going to say presto. So when you know, our army really operates like that. No army, rather just go to the steakhouse and go to this place and go to that place. No, that's not how our army operates. And everybody in the army, is fed good. Big and strong and healthy and all that.
Exactly, it is. Sometimes it's cheaper. It's actually cheaper to cook in bulk. Go ahead, Warren. You got the description. Mark 12:31.
And the second is namely this: thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
I shall do what?
Love thy neighbor as thyself.
Love thy neighbor as thyself. You understand? Like, we should be loving each other as the same way we would expect to get treated. You understand? But even more so, like sometimes as an Israelite, you might not ever think of how you want to be treated that much. Some Israelites, they just not think about that or whatever. But you want to think of the best ways to treat your brothers in your nation. Like, for example, our nation The way we roll, a lot of black people, what they want. If you ask them what type of car they want, what they want? Cadillac, some two-door sedan, some two-door, old school, where only them and one other person can get in at a time. You understand? Like as a nation, like it's gonna be more beneficial if we think big, you know what I'm saying? Like if you gonna get you a car that can fit 6 people. Especially if you're in this U.P.K. Yeah, I mean, get you a van. It might not be as flashy as the little Corvette where just you and your buddy can get in it. But guess what? When it's time to go make a move for the school or make a move for the Most High, you can fit your brothers in.
Right.
You ain't think of that, did you? A lot of people didn't think that far.
Right.
Until we got things going on where brothers want to be somewhere and everybody got a two-door.
Right.
Everybody got a two-door. You understand? Like we gotta start thinking like that. You know what I mean? Like we should be buying vehicles that can fit, 6 people. Damn near like a minimum, you know what I'm saying? Just off the strength of maybe one day I might have to give people rides.
Right.
Maybe one day the white man buses ain't gonna be working as good and I'm gonna have to carpool some brothers to work. Or some sisters to work. You never know. But sometimes it's better to think that way and to move that way as a people. Guess who moves that way? Mexicans. You see a lot of Mexicans, what do? They got the big vans, the big trucks with 4 doors.
Right.
You think they only trying to fit themselves in it? Then when they pull up, it be 20 of them getting out.
Right.
And then maybe we try to make fun of them, like, oh damn, look how many of them fit in that van. But guess what? In about 10 years, when they will see how the Mexicans got all this and that, and then you got some Israelites who hate on them. I hate the Mexicans, they take our jobs.
Right.
But you wasn't hating them when they was all piled in one little truck.
Right, right.
When they was all piled in the car, did you wasn't hating them then. You was making fun of them then, for our own brothers. Like we gotta start thinking like that as a nation as a whole. You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta be on the mindset to do for more than just our immediate circle. Go ahead, we're gonna check the camera. Take over. Okay, sure. Let's go.
Mark 12:31. And the second is like, namely this: thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. This is what everything's built on right here. This is what everything's built on.
Right.
There is none other commandment greater than these. This is what, and the ones that are not operating like this, that's how, because when you see the fake Israelite groups out there, they do not operate on this. They hate the people that they actually go out and teach. They hate them. They despise it. And when I say hate, that I'm not just talking about that they want them dead and they want them, like I said, they despise them. They look at them as being something beneath them. You see what I'm saying? They look at them like the dust on the bottom of their goddamn shoes in reality. You know what I'm saying? And in reality, they're not really preaching to the people. They're preaching at them because they don't love them at all. You know what I'm saying? While they talk about keep the commandments, they hate their brothers. You see what I'm saying? They hate them. So there is none other commandment greater than these. Those 2 commandments are the strongest of all of them. And all the other, because another thing too, the commandments have to be in order. You see what I'm saying? Because, you got the, like I said, the fake Israelite groups and the Christian church. They'll sit there. I know Christian churches that make the Sabbath like it's the first commandment. You know what I'm saying? The rearranging of the commandments is also an abomination also, when you try and rearrange them. I know congregations that will take the Sabbath and the whole church is built around the thought of the Sabbath. You know what I'm saying? Right. While they hate their brothers, it's actually, you know what I'm saying? They hate every other black person around. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And they act like they put on a display every now and then of love towards the people that go to their church. But the people in that neighborhood, they hate their damn guts. And I heard, just like when I heard that Christian pastor say, if your man ain't working, feed him beans. He should get beans if he's not working. He should just get a bowl of beans while the rest of the family eats good. And you know what I'm saying? And he should just get beans. He could already get that damn woman. And then they wonder why, you know what I'm saying, the divorce rate is so high in the Christian church. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
They wonder why, you know what I'm saying, dudes snap out. You see what I'm saying?
Damn right. Let me get is more in the scripture?
Let's get on the scripture.
Give me Matthew 18 to 21.
Matthew chapter 18 and verse 21. Then came Peter to him and said, Lord, how oft shall my brother sin against me and I forgive him?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Till 7 times?
So this is the disciples asking Christ, how many times should they forgive their brother if their brother offend them? Go ahead.
Jesus said to him, I say not unto thee until 7 times, but until 70 times 7.
Right. And that's not for you to do the math either.
Correct.
That's just a number that's saying you keep forgiving your brother as long as he's saying SHALAM. That's what you're supposed to do. That's brotherhood. I mean, UPK is more. It's not like not like an Israelite Christian group or nothing like that. The I.S.U.P.K is more like a family. Like even if you do get into it with your brother or sister, do you cut their brother and sister off to where they're not your brother and sister no more? Do you disregard them and put them away? No, they're still your brother and sister. You're still your mom, your dad, or your auntie, and this and that. You just, have disagreement with them, but they still your family. That's how it is in the UPK. Even if somebody in the UPK offends you. Now, if they do offend you, you go to them, and then if they don't hear you, you take them to counsel. And then everything will get handled in the council. But other than that, we ain't the type. You're going to learn in UPK real brotherhood and sisterhood. You're going to learn what Christ is really talking about when he say forgive him 7 times 7. All right. Any more on that? Who wants to lose?
Oh, I know.
All right, no sweat. Let me get any more?
There's no more.
All right, no sweat. Let me get John 15 and 12. John 15 and 12. And now I'm gonna definitely, if anybody have any questions, I want you to ask your questions now. If you have any questions about brotherhood or anything like that, type in your questions now. We can see your questions on Facebook, YouTube. We cannot see your questions. But on Facebook, we can see your questions. Type in your questions if you have any questions on brotherhood or anything like that. All right. Give me 1 Corinthians 14 and 34. Go ahead.
1 Corinthians chapter 14 and verse 34. Let your women keep silence in the churches.
Let your women keep silence in churches. Now, I know you got a lot of people saying, well, how is that brotherhood or sisterhood or whatever? It's very important. It's very connected. It's very important. It's a rank and a way of doing things. The scriptures say do everything in decent and in order. All right, the order of doing things. For a sister to really love that man, that brother, you got to let him be that man. You understand? Like you gotta really check yourself. Like you got so many sisters want to say, "Yeah, this man ain't this, or this man ain't that," but then you ask him, "Well, do you do what he says?" No, I don't do it because he's not this and he's not that.
Right.
Well, how would you know if he's leading everything in the right direction if you don't even do what the fuck he says? Excuse my language.
Right.
If you ain't obeying him, you ain't letting him be a man. You trying to take over and usurp authority over a man.
Right.
Like that is very unsisterly. Because at the same time, that's you got your man who's a man and wife, but that's also your sister, and that's also your brother. The way you treat that man is also your brother. And there's so many sisters, they don't give a damn how they treat a brother.
Right.
Especially, let's say, if they see he's low-ranking brother or something like that.
Right.
Or a brother who, even if he's a brother who's not, let's say you believe you're an Israelite and you looking at some people who ain't Israelites. Or you a woman, you looking at a brother who don't know about Israelite, nothing, he ain't thinking about it or nothing. You'll treat him like garbage. You see what I'm saying? You'll treat him like garbage off the rip. You'll be disrespectful and rude to him like you a sister in the world. But you ain't gonna be patient with him.
Right.
You will be patient with that white man at your job. You'll be patient with the boss at your job, no matter how many mistakes he lead the company down the wrong drain and all of that. You'll be patient with him. But I guess that money is talking more than the Most High's words is talking.
Right.
When that money talk, then you try to be in order. But if the money ain't talking, you ain't worried about what the Most High is saying, how to treat your brother. Go ahead, yes.
Right. And that's so true too, because when you have a large portion of sisters out there that say, well, I'll follow him if he's a godly man, meaning by her standard. You know what I'm saying? And you know what that standard really is? It's the standard of a white man for real. Because deep down inside, that's what a lot of them really want. You know what I'm saying? That's who she compared, just like in the Christian church, that's who she comparing to. You know what I'm saying? And when she say a godly man, that's what she really means. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not what she really means. She means a man that, that's going to be godly by her standard, what she wants, what she think godliness is.
Which is really being like a damn white man with a hippie suit, being like white Jesus, basically. How they see white Jesus to act, that's how, if you act like that, then you being like a man.
Right.
But if you a brother who got an afro and braids, and you looking rough and tough, oh man, he's not godly. He's not godly. But that homosexual Tyler Perry, he's godly.
Right.
He's a man of God right there.
Right.
You know what I mean? See how destroyed Israel our mind is? Go ahead.
And that rough brother, you know what I'm saying? They only want him to throw on them in bed. You know what I'm saying? They'll submit themselves to him in the bedroom. But outside of the bedroom, it's going to be a totally different story. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Other than that, outside of the bedroom, they want him to turn into Session Gosier.
Yeah, turn into that white image of Jesus.
Right.
All right. And like I said, if you have any questions, this is a good time to ask your questions. Let me get more on that scripture.
For it is not permitted unto them to speak.
Women have to know when is good. Women's hardest thing is controlling their tongue. You know what I mean? Like sisters, they'll talk and talk and talk, but don't know how to be quiet. They know how to talk, they don't know how to be quiet. You understand? And this is very important because building a nation, like you have to be able to ride, like you gotta damn near be like a ride or die female. Excuse my language. I was about to say I ain't even say it. See, I'm catching myself. I ain't even say it. You gotta be a ride or die. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is in this truth. Like you gotta be with your man through thick and thin, all of that. Mistakes, any of that. You're supposed to be with him and be riding with him. If he make a mistake, you're supposed to be with him in that mistake. A lot of sisters, they like to do, they roll with you while things is going good. Then when something bad happens, they like to step back like, oh yeah, right. That's all on you. This is for you to clean up. This is your fault. You fix it, and I'm gone. I wipe my hands up. Right. But when everything was going good, you was all on his nuts. Right. Trying to be seen with him and all this and that. Nah, you're supposed to be a ride or die female and roll with that brother in the spirit of brotherhood and sisterhood. Because at the same time, that's your man, but that's also your brother. You understand? That's also your brother. And that's something you can't forget either. You understand? It's a lot of sisters, they want to get, in marriage blessed, they want to be seen, they want this and that. Right. But when it's time to cook some food for the brothers, they got a fucking attitude.
Right. I've seen that. I've seen that point.
Yeah, they got a goddamn attitude about, making a plate for another brother. Right. Like, don't be that way. You understand? You want to be the exact opposite of that. You want to be, oh, I love these brothers. This is my brother. It's like feeding somebody in my family. This is my family. Feed that brother. Make that brother his plate and all of that.
Right.
Go ahead.
Well, but they're the same sisters that be working at some damn restaurant waiting tables, and the first white table to smile at them and say some kind words, now they serving with great joy to them. You know what I'm saying? Or they get mad at her, you know, and her brother could be at a table, you know what I'm saying? And he said she get mad at him because she think he trying to holler at her. You know what I'm saying?
And even if he is, you're gonna have to control your spirit, because Satan wants you to hate your brother, you hate your own people. Satan tried to make it easy for you to hate your own people, and then make it hard for you to, have any ill will towards the white man. If he knows you're susceptible to that, he'll send. White people are very slick and sly. The Bible calls them the most subtle beasts in the field. Like they can pick up on your vibe and then they'll act accordingly. If they feel like, oh, you'll be on my side if I'm nice to you, even though I have a hidden agenda and I'm a heathen, they will play a role.
Right.
And get you to turn on your own brother. You understand? Like black men and Israelite men ain't slick like a white man who's just all slick and all this and that, just and brainwash you like that. Like we more straightforward to the point. And then it might seem harder to love somebody like that, but you're gonna have to find a way to do it. That's a part of your job. What scripture we at?
They don't mind being straightforward when they pissed off. I'll tell you that. You know what?
Oh yeah.
They don't mind that.
Who's this bitch? Who's that bitch? You right. You ain't being nice and kind and nothing sweet about that, is it?
Right.
So, but like I said, it's just the way this two kingdoms going, the way Christ wants us to be. We have to be above a normal person the way we act. Like you see these people on, let's say social media or in your life or whatever. You're going to have to learn how to behave way better than them. You're going to have to behave in a holy manner. You know what I mean? A wholly different way. You know what I'm saying? And it don't mean, just get run over and just be like some super nice person who just gets run over or something like that. But you just going to have to be brotherly and sisterly.
Right.
You have to be ready to forgive your brother or sister or be down with your brother or sister. If your sister, you got a husband, you're going to have to be down with that brother. Even if he make mistakes or whatever, you're gonna have to be down with him. Go ahead, yes,
and even if the sister seemingly is being ran over or whatever, it's still a wise way to handle that situation. You know what I'm saying? And not bucking up all of this goddamn face. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the reasons why a lot of sisters end up getting stolen. You know what I'm saying? They're not handling themselves wisely.
Like I said, anybody have any questions, definitely want to answer those questions now. If you have any questions on this topic, brotherhood and sisterhood, and also intertwines brotherhood and sisterhood, because like you said, your husband, that's your brother also. And your wife, that's your sister also. And there's a certain way you want to do that as well. You want to be, we just got to be more thoughtful for our own people. Like we so thoughtful when it comes to the white man.
Right.
He's so thoughtful in every which way so he's not offended in the slightest way.
Right.
He don't feel slighted in the slightest way. We so on point when it comes to the white man. But when it comes to another Israelite, we ready to treat them any type of goddamn way.
Right.
And expect them to just take it too. You don't expect them to, say nothing back or anything like that or anything. We just expect them to take it, especially if they're in a lower standing than you. Then you ready to run all over them. The scriptures say, "Don't put a stumbling block before the line," and it's a stumbling block before the line. What's the other part to that? Don't put a stumbling block before the line. There's no sweat. Basically, you gotta treat your people with care and prudent speech, not knowledge. But we doing that out of care and love.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You might just not understand.
Right.
But I'm gonna tell you right now, a woman trying to blaze on her husband that's not no care and love. You're not doing it out of care and love for him. You understand? Go ahead, Lord.
If I will, sir. And also, too, you got so many sisters that they think that they can tell the brothers how to war. You know what I'm saying? They think they can tell us how to do warfare. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it is when we go out there on the streets. That is a level of warfare. But they figure that they can tell us how to do it when they don't know a damn thing about warfare. Nothing at all. And I make sure I put them in the plate. No, your battle's in that kitchen. You know what I'm saying? Battle that kitchen, get that food ready. You know, the war, the counsel, when men is counseling about any damn thing, ain't got nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? What you do is fix plates for the men that are, you know what I'm saying, conversing in these matters.
You got plenty of sisters, they quick to use about, but they not quick to play.
Right.
So the brothers and everything like that, they not quick to do that. But let there be some type of problem where the brothers is talking and you gotta be deep into a conversation, argument or whatever, where they handling something. They quick to try to run up and jump into that.
Right.
But but if you was like, if it was so, okay, feed us, we about to have a meeting, a lot of sisters, snails. Well, I got something to do. I got somewhere to be. I got this, that, and that. Snails. You understand? Feeding your people is just as important, you know what I mean, as anything else. As, you know what I mean? That's just as important too, especially if your people is hungry.
Right.
If your people is hungry and you're not giving them no food, that's like what the scriptures go into that. What's the use of you saying, brother, be blessed and be without clothes and be without no clothes or shelter? Brother, be blessed and well fed when the brother don't have no food.
Right.
That's what Christians do. God bless you, you know, bless you this, bless you that. When they don't lift a finger to feed our people.
Right.
They don't lift a finger to house our people. Or lift a finger to actually teach our people. Because then you got the groups who do that. They'll give you food and water, but they won't feed you with the real knowledge.
Right.
Because they know the real knowledge is going to have you go against the white man.
Right.
So they want to keep you away from real knowledge. Just so you don't offend. Another way where they look out for the white man and make sure he's not slighted or offended in any way.
Right.
But you know, they'll try to do something else. But as long as it don't concern crossing the white man or making the white man feel bad, then it's good.
Right.
Go ahead.
And you know, and that's a hell of a point right there, because and the ones that will feed people, right, they feed you so that you won't come up against the white man. They acting like that's the white man's food that they're actually giving you. You know what I'm saying? And merging themselves together with the white man, saying you can't talk about him because we're feeding you. You know what I'm saying? And how the hell could that group be about black people? They're not at all.
All right. Let me get give me more in the scripture where we at. Give me more in the scripture.
But they are commanded to be under obedience.
Now this is love right here. That the woman be under obedience. You understand? Same with brothers. Brothers are commanded to be under obedience too. Yeah, I mean, brothers are supposed to get in this rank and order and respect the rank and order so things can be done decently and in order. Like, I don't care what rank you are, you know what I'm saying? There's just 9 times out of 10, there's a brother that's ranked over you. So, how you carry yourself, you're going to have to carry yourself all 360 degrees basically on point. With how you treat brothers over you, how you treat brothers under you. Because that's a part where some brothers will slip on. They'll treat brothers under them like they garbage and throwaway. And then wonder why the brother over them, you know, got a bug up his behind or something or whatever. Like it all goes. You gotta be on point on all straights. Like the UPK culture is Salaki. Go ahead, you good? Salaki. You know what I mean? Why is it like that? Why you see brothers saying Salaki all the goddamn time? Salaki, you straight? You good? Why is the UPK like that? Because that's brotherhood. You see what I'm saying? That's brotherhood. So we got care one for another. The rank keep us in line, but the care that we have is from top to bottom. It don't matter your rank when it comes to the care. We're not gonna care more for this brother because his rank, and care less for this brother because of his rank.
Right.
I guess, like I said, it's like how Christ said, well, like you done it to the least of these, my brother, you done it to me. You understand? Like at the end of the day, these is all Israelites we're talking about here.
Right.
And the law pertains to all of us, how we treat all of us. All right. You have something to drop?
Our love of one another should surpass the love that some military group have for each other. You know what I'm saying? And that whole thing right there is what's going to actually make us attractive. You know what I'm saying? That's a spiritual thing right there. That type of brotherhood is spiritual. And people will gravitate to that.
You just wanna be, man, fucking Salak, excuse my language, you just wanna be freaking considerate. You wanna be fucking considerate of your brothers and sisters. You wanna consider their situation, put yourself in their shoes, consider how they're being treated, how they say they're being treated. You wanna consider all that shit. You don't wanna be a brother who just run over other brothers. Don't do that shit. Don't be a brother who, cause this, to be, brotherhood is chief, man. I don't give a damn what rank you got, how many camps you getting, boot kisses you getting, what event you running or whatever. Your consideration for your brothers is more important than all of that.
God.
This whole UPK wouldn't even be standing if it wasn't considerate of all of our brothers.
Right.
If the brotherhood that we have for each other wasn't strong. Wasn't stronger than the hatred that the white man had for us. Like, you want to be very considerate for your brothers. And it's a hard thing to do because, you got things going on, this and that popping off. You know what I mean? You got responsibilities, but at the same time, you can't let them responsibilities have you running over your brothers and stomping on them to get their responsibility done. You understand? You can't treat your brothers like pieces of meat.
Right.
I know every brother want to have this great camp and have this great, this and great that. But if you treat your brothers like a piece of meat, just so you can get, your goal accomplished or whatnot, like that shit is not brotherly. And you ain't not going to succeed. You understand? You're not going to succeed. That's not going to last long if you treat your brothers like pieces of meat where you can just use them up, pound them out, and then throw them away. Chew them up and then leave the bones where they just, I know every brother in the UPK, every brother period want to be, hardcore and this and that, but you supposed to, like how Commander GEN.YAHANNA broke down one time, the thing with King David. Why did the people love King David? Because he had no mercy for his enemies and he had all the love in the world for his people.
Right.
Look how he slaughtered his enemies. But even King Saul tried to kill him. Look how he dealt with that situation.
Right.
He gave King Saul every opportunity to repent and say, forget it. I'm gonna squash this beef. I ain't gonna be hating King David. I ain't gonna hate David or none of that. He gave Saul every opportunity. And the chips fell where they lay. But he gave him every opportunity. King David had no mercy for his enemies and had all the love in the world for his people. That's why King David was loved.
Right.
King David wasn't running around stomping on all the other brothers that was rolling with him.
Right.
When them brothers went and risked their life to bring him that water, he said, I can't even drink this water because it's at the expense of my brother's safety. My brothers was in peril just to get me this water. It don't even set right. And it didn't set right with him where he didn't even drink it. He poured it out upon the ground. So even though if you want to be this great mighty, what's what Gen.YAHANNA said? The greatest general is the greatest trooper. What did Christ say? The greatest among you, let him be the greatest servant.
Right.
Like if you want to be the greatest and have the greatest this and that, well then shit, you should have plates for everybody. You should be making sure everybody's eating. You should be serving the needs of all of your people. Not serving your own personal needs. You understand? So it's very important that we keep that in mind, in this truth that we got to be very considerate how we treat our brothers and our sisters too. You understand? We got to be very considerate. Yes, I'm gonna drop.
I was gonna say, yeah, some brothers will be quick to bark out an order, you know what I'm saying, but won't, you know what I'm saying, won't be quick to, you know what I'm saying, make sure that those brothers is all right, that they taken care of, you know what I'm saying, won't be quick to do that. Like some brothers will be like, you know, it'll be something like right on the floor, right next to like, hey, come over here and get this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What type of stuff is that? He called, you go all the way, hey, come over here and pick that up, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, the nation is not going to be like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, the man he's not your dog. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. And it's heavy. It's a heavy point. A heavy point. Like a brother, you know what I'm saying? He said he should call him way over there to pick up something that's right by him that he can pick up himself. You know what I mean? Like your brothers and everything like that, and they are your brothers. Yeah, I mean, they are your brothers, and as quick as you are to bark them and give them an order, you want to be just as quick as to make sure to see if they're okay with their situation. So make sure they fed and they're clothed and they're good with what they need to even follow that damn order. You understand? Because if you inconsiderate of your men, you bark up. The Most High got about that. Those skills. But he succeeds above the brother with the skills. Why? Because he's with him. You see what I'm saying? So brothers want to make sure they always mindful of this when it comes to brotherhood. And this brotherhood is very important and it should be kept. You know what I mean? Sisterhood too. Like sisters don't consider other brothers either. You know what I mean? Like a sister might, ignore other brothers. It's your brothers. So if you see your brother could use something, it might need something, you don't have to wait on your husband to tell you. You can say, I see this brother needs something. I'm gonna go out and help him, and I know my husband would be happy with me that I wouldn't help this brother and got this brother's situation together. Or this brother needed help, and I was there to help him. And when my husband hears about it, I already know he's gonna be happy. Like that's an important factor too. Because you got a lot of sisters, they sit back. I don't move unless my husband tell me to move.
Right. You ain't my Lord.
Yeah, you ain't. You know what I mean? You ain't lifting a finger. It'd be a brother over there on fire, or a brother come, dehydrated, dying or something from the desert, the Gobi Desert. He coming up crawling, water. Well, I don't move. You ain't my husband. I ain't moving unless my husband tell me to move. You know what I mean? What kind of shit is that? Right. Excuse my language. You know what I mean? Like you should be, even without your husband shouldn't even have to tell you to be a sister to a brother. Like that should be automatic. You understand? So these type of things, we got to make sure we on point on this brotherhood and sisterhood when it comes to this nation. Like it's a heavy thing because it's a lot of thought that goes into it, and a lot of people they don't want to give thought to about somebody else. They just want to give thought about themselves. As long as they worry about themselves and how many likes they get, how many this they're getting, that's their whole world. When they ain't never even considering their brother or sister.
Right.
Now you want to consider your brother or sister so this thing moves, you know what I mean? Because UPK has always been that way. Ever since I've been in UPK, it's been nothing but immense brotherhood in this UPK. And it's damn sure not going to slow down on my watch. I'm going to do everything I can, make sure it stays afloat. And Lord will, better and greater. We've achieved greater heights of brotherhood. You see what I'm saying? That's why I'm bringing out about how, a lot of times when if you're a cook, you're a person who cooks good. Like I know there's a lot of sisters who cook good, this and that. But it's like, well, whoever gets a chance to eat your food.
Right.
Just you and your husband. You're a great cook, but the only people who ever eat your cooking is you and your husband. You ever thought to maybe come by the school and feed some other brothers with that great cooking skills? Or, anything like that? That's more important. That's important too. That's where we need to move as well. Like we have to be as a point where we feed our people. We feed them spiritually, but we want to feed them physically too. You understand? That's very important to Commander GEN.YAHANNA. You understand? It's very important to Commander GEN.YAHANNA how we treat even not only brothers and sisters in the school, but brothers and sisters in the world too. how we treat them is very important as well. So, like I said, if you a cook and you cook all these great dishes, I see tons of pictures of sisters taking pictures of their freshest meal for just them and theirs. Well, this is what you do. Why don't you, make a big pot of that and feed the whole camp?
Right.
You make a little personal pan pizza. Well, why don't you just get a regular pizza and feed everybody?
Right.
Like something like that is more profitable as a nation. We can move farther if we move that way. Because, like I said, we go into these restaurants, we spending $10 a plate. You go over there with 10 brothers, you just spend $100 in a restaurant that don't give a damn about you. When you can spend half of that and have a sister in the school, you can pay her too, and have her feed.
Right.
And feed everybody. And have food left over where they, scarce plates, and there's one that you get one plate and you're done. Or you can get seconds and thirds.
Right.
Yeah.
And a whole lot of these restaurants is looking at you like you ain't even gonna pay. They looking at you like they keeping an eye on you because they think that you just might get up and bounce out without paying the tab. That's an uncomfortable feeling all in itself, you know what I'm saying? You cook something at home, even though it might not be what you like. Another thing too, we just can't always be led by what we like, you know what I'm saying? That's another thing, because a lot of people get a taste of something. I want a steak, you know what I'm saying? His mind is set on a steak, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time though, a big ass thing of beans and rice could feed the whole, you know what I'm saying, group. You know what I'm saying? Listen, get one of them big leg quarter things, you know what I'm saying? Big bag of leg quarters, break it on down, you know what I'm saying? Have beans and rice and cornbread and leg quarters. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I want steak. You know, the sisters got that bag though, you know what I'm saying? They get something in their mind what they want, you know what I'm saying?
And then they try to blame it on every goddamn thing else. Oh, because I might be pregnant. Well, I'm on my period, so I need to eat this. I'm craving. I got this craving.
Right.
Who give a fuck about them goddamn craving? The hell you talking about goddamn craving? You understand? Like we gotta be able to move wisely, and we gotta move kind of, on a scale. Not just your personal, like the scripture says. Every man look to his another man's I might have to get that one. Every man look to another man's wealth, basically.
Right.
Where you're not just worried about how you want to make money. Shoot, you should care about you should care more about how your brothers is going to make money. And how your brothers is going to be taken care of and to why. Like that's a nation. That's how a self-sufficient nation moves. Where we have to be self-sufficient and rely on ourselves. That's part of the reason we can't rely on ourselves. Because we're so selfish. We can't rely on ourselves as a people because we're so damn selfish.
Right.
Like we don't even think as like, okay, let me do this because it's for the greater good. I'll get, instead of me getting a Corvette because I know I want a little fast car, I'll get a minivan because it's for the greater good.
Right.
I'll do something for the greater good. Like I said, instead of getting a steak, you want $60 steak with the ribeye steak and the smoked eyes and all that bullshit. You know what I mean? Why don't you do for the greater good and just get the leg quarters and the beans and feed everybody? Especially if we're gonna have a nation of kings and priests.
Right.
Like part of when you accept people into your home, you're supposed to feed them. You see what I'm saying? Like that's what you're supposed to do. That's part of the law.
Right.
That's we gotta have basically Southern hospitality across our whole nation, not just in the South.
Right.
Like Southern hospitality shouldn't just be a Southern thing when it comes to Israel. That should be a universal thing.
Right.
Hey, they're gonna have to change the name to Israelite hospitality because Israelites are so hospitable.
Right.
Go ahead.
Well, sir, and the scriptures also say, talk about a man that's a bishop should be given to hospitality. He can't help me, he can't even help me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? His hospitality so much that he can't even help being hospitable.
Mm-hmm. They say, yeah, all these brothers who want to be this great and this mighty and this and this and that, but if you're missing brotherhood, you ain't gonna get none of that. Don't worry about that, because brotherhood is more important than that. Like I'd rather be super brotherly across the nation to where, brotherhood is on point, and I just don't get rank raised. But the brotherhood is just so amazing where it helps the people.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Christ, that's why Christ, when he was washing what you call his feet, he was doing it because he was saying you need to be clean by me. I need to serve you, basically. I need to do this for you. That's why he told him, if you don't let me do this, you have no part with me. When he was washing the brother's feet. Picture your leader washing your feet. We can't picture that now. Al Sharpton what?
Right.
Doing something for somebody else.
Right.
That don't benefit him.
Right.
A Christian pastor doing something that don't benefit him. Even though most of the things that Christian pastors do that try to benefit somebody else, they're really doing it overall to benefit themselves.
Right.
They ain't doing it for care of another brother.
Right. Well,
Go ahead.
I mean, I've been inside Christian churches that they do the foot wash, but they don't do it with the same spirit as the people in the scriptures did. Because see, washing feet at the time where Christ was on the scene, that was an ultimate humility job. You know what I'm saying? That was ultimate. You know what I'm saying? That cost something out of your pride. You know what I'm saying? But now they just do it, just make it a ritual. You know what I'm saying? It's just no.
Now they doing it for a show.
Right.
Now they doing it just like to show. Like, look, I'm washing his feet.
Right.
Look, get the cameras. Look, camera right here. Look, right here. Yep. See how I got his feet washed? Mm-hmm. This is the Bishop Potter House. Church of such and such and such and such. Washing feet. They doing it for a show. You understand? They ain't doing it for the people. You know what I mean? Because this is another thing they'll do. These church Christian organizations, they'll do like one good deed for the community. And then put that on the wall, like, look, we did this one good deed for the community.
Right.
Like, the real way to do it, you would have to be doing good deeds for the community. Like that's damn near your job. That's our job. Our job is doing good for Israel, raising up Israel. All you think every camp, we out there teaching. We don't just wait till them come to us and say, well, they didn't come here, then they ain't gonna learn the truth. That's too bad for them. We don't do that. We go out to where they are.
Right.
And teach druggies, crackheads, whoever, mamas, daddies, whatever. We go out there and teach them right while they're on their way to work or whatever. You understand? We go out of our way all the time to do what we're supposed to do for Israel. That's how it should be. Like, let him that's greatest among you be your servant. All right? So like I said, we're gonna get ready to end the class. So basically, like I said, the brotherhood is just very important on many levels. It's time to start feeding, getting them big pots, start buying them big pots where you can feed a lot of people. Don't get no little Corvette car, get a van. Get a van and donate it to the school. Right. Get a van and just when the school needs it, we can use it. Get a van so when we have barbecues in these different areas or we doing festivals in different areas, we can all hop in your whip and drive your whip.
Right.
You ain't just, I only can fit two people.
Right.
Only can fit two. Right. I mean, it's a Cadillac CTS 2-door. Only can fit two people.
Right.
Now just drop the Cadillac and just get the minivan in. You know what I'm saying? Get the Suburban.
Right.
And then instead of you just making it to all the events, you can take brothers with you.
Right.
You understand? Which is just as important as you going. Like a lot of brothers they'll head out to the event, but leave everybody else behind. Then the event don't be as fun.
Right.
The purpose of the event is for brothers, the brotherhood part.
Right.
So you go out to the event, but if you don't have as much fun, then you think back, well, I could have just brought everybody with me.
Right.
And I would have a ball.
Right. Something go down and you by yourself, you left all the brothers behind. Now, you know what I'm saying? You done ended up into it somehow with 4 or 5 dudes or something, you know what I'm saying? After leaving them behind, you ain't got no assistance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like the scripture said, 2 is better than 1 and 3-quart fold is not quickly broken. Like, we want to think on that level. You know what I mean? Like, if you a brother out in the UPK, brother with, rocking it out, if you going somewhere to an event, shoot, try to think of how you can get all your brothers there. That's you know what I mean? Instead of just yourself. You know what I mean? Which is, just a way of thinking. It's just a way of thinking that benefits us that benefits us as a nation. You know what I'm saying? Benefits us as a nation, and it strengthens the bonds of brotherhood. Like we want to have strong bonds of brotherhood.
Right.
That's what it takes, you know what I mean? Because you never know when you're gonna need them brothers, and you're gonna need, and not just a little the brother. You brother, like a lot of this is a Christian thing. If they got extra, they'll help with the extra.
Right.
But if it's something tapping into what they personally want to use, then it's oh, I don't know about all this, you know, it's a fucking problem.
Right.
Shit, even if you gotta tap into your own ways of how you want to be comfortable, do it for your brothers.
Right.
Go ahead.
But Will, sir, if a man comes into your city, or some men come into your city to help you out, you know what I'm saying? The first thought should be in your mind is, how am I going to accommodate these brothers? You know what I'm saying? How am I going to feed them? You know what I'm saying? And start working that out, you know, instead of, because they're coming there actually to help you. You know what I'm saying? You know, like you said yesterday, don't muzzle the ox that traded out the corn.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're coming to help you. And these are your brothers, but then, you know what I'm saying, you figure they should come from where their quarters, you know, spend their resources, come and help you, and then take care of themselves while they're there when you know that they got them struck. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, brotherhood just got to increase in our nation. You understand? Just got to increase the way the UPK is. Where the UPK is, that's where it's got to get to that level, to the standard that the UPK set. Since 1969, the standard of brotherhood has been set in the UPK. That's how our whole nation's run like this. To where any type of incident where there's a lack of brotherhood anywhere, the nation jumps on it. You understand? So that's just how we got to be. We got to step up on the level of how the UPK laid it down, how brotherhood is supposed to be. And with that, I'm going to pass the class to Preaching Officer Tarot. Yahweh, after that, he's going to read the announcements. We're just going to do the Lord's Prayer.
Well, the I.S.U.P.K started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves in the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers chapter 18, verse 21. Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'asera. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offer for priests. Not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocation. We got going on the St. Louis.
Oh, we're gonna be in St. Louis at the Urban Expo in St. Louis next weekend. Come on out, get with the St. Louis camp. Contact Officer DeGaulle Bar out there in St. Louis if you're in the St. Louis area. We're gonna be out there at the Urban Expo in St. Louis next weekend. Good.
Announce holy convocation from Sheik, remind Akim and Aqua to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, then start wearing all black. Boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. Whatever it said. Abajam, upon Hachadam, rise and face the east.
Abanau.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kadash. Ayah. Shemka. Yahweh. Malabaka. Daba'ah. Wadazaka. Ayah. Aisha. Baharataza. Kawab. Ayah. Bashamayim. Latananau. Lakam. Kaw. Yawam. Wasalaknau. Kabuwakinau. Kasalaknau. Kabuwakinau. Wala'ah. Dabayanau. Banasai 1. Abal. Awashayinau. Mayan. Right. Kaya.
Yah,
Lakah,
Lakah,
Amalakwa,
Amalakwa,
Wa'al,
Wa'al,
Wa'atapar,
Atapara,
Awalayim,
Alamim,
Aman.
Aman.
Our Father,
Our Father,
which art in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
thy kingdom
thy
come,
kingdom come,
thy will be done
thy will be done
in earth
in earth
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day
Give us this day
our daily
our
bread,
daily bread,
and forgive us of our debts
forgive us of our debts
as we forgive our debtors.
as we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not into
And
temptation,
lead us not into temptation,
but deliver us from evil.
but deliver us from evil.
For thine is the
For
kingdom,
thine is the kingdom,
and the power,
and the power,
and the glory,
and the glory,
forever.
forever.
So be it.
So be it.
Sir, Amadu Shabbat, Amadu, Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatam, Yazbutah, courteous salute to the sisters, Amadu Shabbat, Amadu, Barak, Yahweh Shabbat Barakatam Hashem Yahushua, Yazbutah,